Hi friends, welcome to Cse Pedia. Today we are going to discuss about NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. So what is this concept? NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon, right? So as we know that non-deterministic finite automata, we can have from current state to next state, we can have many inputs, right? So let us assume a case that I have a state Q0 with an input 0. So any number of zeros which are occurred on input Q0, and I have a state Q1 with any number of ones on it, and I have a final state Q2 with any number of 2's on it, right? So all three are individual here. As we know that Q0 is my starting state with the number of inputs as 0, and Q1 with any number of inputs of 1, and Q2 with any number of inputs 2. So what if I want to go from Q0 to my final state Q2, right? So I can't jump from Q0 to Q1, I can't jump from Q1 to Q2. Then on what basis I can reach from my starting state to final state? So with these cases, I can clearly say that using epsilon, we can move from one state to another state. So epsilon acts as an input. It is an input which is mainly used to travel from one state to another state. Okay? So what are the epsilon transitions here? So for this case, we need to discuss epsilon closure. So what is epsilon closure? Okay. So epsilon closure of Q0. So if we talk about epsilon closure of Q0, so our main intention is to move from starting state to final state, right? So moving on from starting state to final state, I should start from Q0, I should go to Q1, I should go to Q2. So on what your epsilon is applied. So here I am at a position of Q0. Now to go to Q2, I require epsilons here. So epsilon closure of Q0 becomes, so where Q0s are applied here? Between Q0 and Q1 and between Q1 and Q2. So in order to go to my final state, which I am at my starting state Q0, the epsilon closure of Q0 will be Q0, Q1 and Q2. Right. Next, epsilon closure of Q1. So epsilon closure of Q1 will be, so forget about Q0, it's already over, right? So my current state is Q1. So I'm talking about Q1 right now. So epsilon closure of Q1 will be Q1 and Q2. So Q2 is my final state. So epsilon closure of Q2 becomes only Q2. So epsilon closure of Q0 becomes Q0, Q1 and Q2. Epsilon closure of Q1 becomes Q1 and Q2. Epsilon closure of Q2 becomes only Q2. So with this, we discussed what an epsilon closure is, right? Now, our main job is to convert from NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. So I should not have epsilons, right? So first I should convert from NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. So we do have a procedure for this, and we do have a formula for this. So in order to find out a transition function, so let's take same example here. As Q0 is my starting state and Q2 is my final state, and I have input 0, 1 and 2, right? So first, initially we will write epsilon closure. So epsilon closure of Q0, we already discussed Q0, Q1, Q2. epsilon closure of Q1 is Q1, Q2. Epsilon closure of Q2 is only Q2, right? Now, let us assume that delta is NFA with epsilon. Delta dash is NFA without epsilon, right? Now I need to find out a formula for NFA without epsilon, right? Right. So let me take delta dash. So delta dash of, what is my starting state here? Q naught. So what is my input here? 0. So I should apply the inputs 0, 1 and 2 for Q naught, and I should apply inputs 0, 1 and 2 for Q1, and I should apply 0, 1, 2 inputs for Q2 as well. So how many states do we, how many transitions I get here? Q naught on 0, Q naught on 1, Q naught on 2. 3 transitions. Q1 on 0, Q1 on 1, Q1 on 2. Again 3 transitions. Q2 on 0, Q2 on 1 and Q2 on 2. Total I will get 9 transitions here. After writing 9 transitions, we can construct a transition table. So after constructing a transition table, we can construct a transition diagram. So delta dash of Q naught comma 0 equal to epsilon closure of delta cap of Q0 comma epsilon comma my input is 0. So this is my formula. So delta dash of Q naught comma 0 equal to epsilon closure whole of delta is nothing but NFA with epsilon. Delta cap of Q naught comma. So delta cap is nothing but again epsilon closure. So epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of Q naught comma epsilon comma 0. Next, epsilon closure of delta of, so epsilon closure of Q naught, epsilon closure of Q naught is, we already got this, right? Q naught, Q1 and Q2. So Q naught, Q1, Q2, comma my input is 0. So what I should do? I should apply 0 for Q naught, Q1 and Q2. So epsilon closure of, so if I have like this Q naught, Q1, comma Q2, comma 0, I can take union here. Q naught, comma 0, union Q1, comma 0, union Q2, comma 0. So Q naught, comma 0, union Q1, comma 0, union Q2, comma 0. Right? Now, epsilon closure of Q naught, comma 0. If you see the transition diagram here, Q naught, comma 0, I go to Q naught. Union Q1, comma 0. Do I have any input 0 on Q1? No. Delta. So we take delta. Q2, comma 0. Do I have any input of 0 on Q2? No. So delta. So what I got here? Epsilon closure of Q naught. So what is epsilon closure of Q naught? Here. Q naught, Q1 and Q2. So finally I got Q naught, Q1 and Q2. Now, so what I did here, first I applied Q naught, 0 input 0 on Q naught. Now what I need to do, I need to apply input 1 on Q naught. Next I need to apply input 2 on Q naught. So next is, I should apply input 0 on Q1, input 1 on Q1, input 2 on Q1. And next is, I should apply input 0 on Q2, input 1 on Q2, input 2 on Q2. You understood, right? So first Q naught, comma 0 is over. So next what I need to do here, delta dash of Q naught, comma 1. Right? So this is 1. The formula is same. Formula will never change. Epsilon closure whole of delta cap of Q naught, comma epsilon, comma my input is changed now from 0 to 1. So what I should write here? 1. Right? So epsilon closure of delta of epsilon closure of Q naught, comma epsilon, comma my input is 1. Now epsilon closure of Q naught we already know, right? Q naught, comma Q1, comma Q2. So I should change the input to 1. here Q0 comma 1 union Q1 comma 1 union Q2 comma 1. So now see the transition diagram here. Q0 comma 1. Do I have any input of 1 on Q0? No. So what happens here? Delta. Next Q1 comma 1. So if I apply 1 on Q1, I will go to Q1. So Q1. Q2 comma 1. Do I have any input here? No. So what I got here? Epsilon closure of Q1. So what is epsilon closure of Q1? Q1 and Q2. So I get Q1 comma Q2. So this is delta dash of Q0 comma 1. In the similar way, I should find out delta dash of Q0 comma 2. So my input is changed to 2. Here 2. Here 2. Here 2. So Q0 comma 2. Q1 comma 2. Q2 comma 2. So Q0 comma 2, there is nothing delta. Q1 comma 2, there is nothing delta. Q2 comma 2, I will go to Q2. So epsilon closure of what I will get here? Q2. So epsilon closure of Q2 is nothing but Q2. So I get only Q2. So I applied input 0, 1 and 2 on Q0. So what is my next process? I should apply 0, 1 and 2 on Q1. So delta dash of, in the place of Q0 I should write Q1. Q1, my input is 0. So epsilon closure of delta cap of, in the place of Q0 I will get Q1, comma, my input is 0. Next, epsilon closure of delta epsilon closure of Q1 comma epsilon, comma, the input is 0. So Q1 comma epsilon, what I will get? Q1 comma Q2. So epsilon closure of Q1 comma Q2 comma, my input is 0. Right? So what I will do here? So epsilon closure of delta of Q1 comma 0 union delta of Q2 comma 0. Right? So epsilon closure of delta of Q1 comma 0. Do I have anything here? No. So delta union Q2 comma 0. So do I have anything here? No. So what I will get here? Only delta. So in this manner, I should perform for Q1 comma 1, Q1 comma 2. In the same manner, I should perform for Q2 comma 0, Q2 comma 1, Q2 comma 2. So total I will get 9 transitions. Okay. So I will write all those 9 transitions here. Depending upon those 9 transitions, we can construct a transition table. Okay. So in this way we will do all the transitions here. So I wrote all the 9 transitions here. So delta dash of Q0 comma 0 we got Q0 Q1 Q2. Delta dash of Q0 comma 1 we got Q1 Q2. Delta dash of Q0 comma 2 we got Q2. So in the same manner delta dash of Q1 comma 0 we got null. Delta dash of Q1 comma 1 we got Q1 comma Q2. Delta dash of Q1 comma 2 we got Q2. In the same manner delta dash of Q2 comma 0 we got null. Delta dash of Q2 comma 1 we got null. Delta dash of Q2 comma 2 we got Q2. Okay. So I got all the 9 transitions here. Now I will construct a transition table for this. Right. So how many states do I have here? I have only 3 states, Q0, Q1 and Q2. So in the previous thing, Q0 is a starting state and Q2 is a final state. Now all these 3 states becomes your final state. So why all the 3 states becomes your final state? So if you see epsilon closure of Q0, what you have? Q0, Q1, Q2. So epsilon closure of Q0, you have Q2 as a final state. Epsilon closure of Q1, you got Q1, Q2. So there is a final state. Epsilon closure of Q2, you have Q2. It's also a final state. So in epsilon closure of Q0, you have a final state Q2. In epsilon closure of Q1, you have a final state Q2. Epsilon closure of Q2, you have a final state Q2 itself. So for this reason, all our states becomes final states, right? Now, constructing a transition table here, Q0 becomes your final state, Q1 becomes your final state, Q2 becomes your final state, right? So what are the inputs do I have here? My inputs are 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So Q0 on 0. What we got here? Q0, Q1, Q2. Q0 on 1. What we got here? Q1, Q2. Q0 on 2. What we got? Q2. Next. Q1 on 0. What we got? Null. Q1 on 1. What we got? Q1 comma Q2. Q1 comma 2. What we got? Q2. Next. Q2 comma 0. What we got? Null. Q2 comma 1. What we got? Null. Next. Q2 comma 2. What we got? Q2. So in this manner, I constructed a transition table. So as I said, all the three are final states and Q0 is the starting state. Now, basing on this table, I will construct a transition diagram. Okay, so I will construct an NFA without an epsilon, right? See, so Q0 is my starting state as well as final state, Q1 and Q2, right? So Q0 on 0, I am going to Q0, Q1 as well as Q2. So 0, 0 and Q2, right? 0. So if I apply 0 on Q0, I am going to Q0, Q1 and Q2. So I am going to Q0, I am going to Q1 and going to Q2. Next, Q0 on 1, I am going to Q1 and Q2. So comma 1, comma 1. Okay. Q0 on 2, I am going only to Q2. So comma 2. Right? So that is over. So come to Q1. So Q1 on 0. Do you get anything? No, null, right? So leave it. Q1 on 1. So I am going to Q1 comma Q2. So 1 and 1. So Q1 on 1 I am going to Q1 comma Q2. Next Q1 on 2 I am going to Q2. So 1 comma 2. Next Q2 on 0 I will get null. Q2 on 1 I will get null. Q2 on 2 I am going to Q2. So self loop. So this is my final NFA without epsilon. So what exactly I did here? First I found out the epsilon closure of each and everything, that is Q0, Q1 and Q2. After that I should find out NFA without epsilon. So I used a formula delta dash of Q0 comma something equal to epsilon closure whole of delta of epsilon closure of Q0 comma epsilon comma your input. So I should follow this for all the 3 states with the 3 inputs. So I'll get 9 transitions. I constructed a transition table for this. So depending upon that transition table, I constructed a transition diagram. So in this way we calculate NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. This is the most important question and it is asked in every university. So I hope you understood this concept. So if you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel, please like my videos, please share my videos, and most important, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.